Okay, so today we're going to finish up on our woodpecker picture. Here are two finished little mini examples. You can see one, they've chosen the warm color, one chose the blue color for the background, and you have that big piece that you had painted for your tree trunk, and we're going to use pieces of that for the branches and twigs, and then some of the green paper and extra paper to add some details on the little leaves. Okay, so you'll notice that some of the woodpeckers are pecking the wood facing to the right and some are to the left. That will be just depending on how you drew and trace your woodpecker. So here's my big piece of paper. I'm going to move my little bird out of the way. I have already pre-cut two of these sides off. So on either side I cut off a little bit bigger. It's like a little bit bigger than my thumb. This is more of a finger width, but they could be equal widths. And then you're going to glue this onto your paper. And you don't need a lot of glue. Sometimes you have to shake the glue so it goes to the neck. But you just kind of want glue to go around the edges. No need to have any glue in the middle here. And we're going to obviously be sharing the glue, so make sure you share with the people at your table. And then you want to make sure it's glued to the top and the bottom. And I'm going to move my there. So I'm going to put it either slightly left or slightly right, depending on your bird, and then give it a good hold for about 30 seconds or so it's completely down. Okay, one thing I just realized I forgot to do is my woodpecker is going to be pecking some of my piece of wood out. So before I hold that down, I should have traced around this beak. And I'll pull this up since it hasn't been too long and give that a little snip and a snip. See? There we go. So then my woodpecker will be pecking the wood right over here. Okay, so I'm going to hold that down. I may need to go and put a little bit of glue there, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Then I can use these pieces for the branches, so I can have the woodpecker look like he's landing on the branch, or I might have that coming up this way, or maybe I'm going to have its little feet landing on the branch, however you want it, that's up to you. So I'm going to kind of arrange it here, kind of like it this way. I'm not too worried it's kind of going off the side of the paper, because I'm going to show you a way to fix that. So just a thin little line should be enough. And you're going to hold that down. You can have another branch up here. You can use these smaller branches to have pieces coming from like right in here to make it look more interesting. So it creates more of like a Y. And then these little pieces, these are what you're going to be cutting and gluing for the leaves. So I could do 2 dots of glue or a little oval of glue, and I can have those branches or the leaves kind of coming around there. And I always like to give things a good hold so they stay. The whole idea is that you want it to be nice and flat, because if you have pieces sticking up, they could catch and they could rip off, so we don't want that to happen. I could even take some of these pieces here, some of my pieces, and add some little details to the inside of my leaves. So I can have like a little piece right here, show the inside line there. I can make it a little thinner, keep it just the way it is. I actually might use this one for both. Oops, I've got flying paper. So since that's very small, I'm being very careful just to guide this, but I don't want to cut my finger. So that works. I can glue these pieces on. A little glue sticking out. I'm not too worried about that. I can kind of wipe it, but we're going to be putting it on the drying rack anyways. And then I would glue down my bird.